This video is based on the technical analysis of Anglo Ashanti, and we're on the monthly chart. And at face value, just looking at this chart, I can tell that right now is actually, in my very humble opinion, not a good time to consider buying this particular stock. And one of the reasons why I say so is because the chart is very much mixed at this point in time. What I mean, in other words, is that we don't really have any proper price action movement, as the price action is all over the show. I mean, for example, if you were to look at this area over here, you would see that the market had given us what seems to be a W structure, right? The structure started here, and ideally we want to see it end at that level in line with where it had started. To add to this, as much as we have that W structure or double bottom, we have an opposing structure in the form of a head and shoulders pattern over here, with the side being the left shoulder, that being the head, and this area over here being the right hand shoulder, and it has a neckline at that point, and it also started here, and ideally we want to see the market move further down to close pretty much in line with where it had started. So in other words, what I'm saying is it's pretty much mixed, as we have two opposing structures. Number one, as I said, we have this as well as this head and shoulders pattern, right? So the first pattern, which is the W structure, is saying that the market needs to head to that point, and the head and shoulders pattern is saying that the market needs to head to around this point at the very least. Another thing that I also want to bring to your attention is that because we had this double bottom or W structure, remember that when we have these, a lot of investors and traders actually buy on that second leg and they place their stop losses below, so which means that we have a lot of liquidity here, right, or stop losses. And we also know that the markets will always go to where the liquidity is. So as much as I'm saying that we had this, right, and the anticipation is for the market to move further up to around here, we may see the market actually move further down, and not only to stop hunt or to trigger the stop losses that are sitting here, right, but also to complete this head and shoulders pattern, because it started here, and as I said, we want to see the market close at that point in line with where it had started. So as I said, at this point in time, it's not a good idea to consider buying Anglo Ashanti. In my humble opinion, I would say the better decision would be to rather wait for the market to actually head to this level and to trigger all of those stop losses, and then potentially start looking for those buy opportunities, right? And remember, I'm just speculating, guys, at this point. I'm not saying that your price reverts to this level. At this level is where we should buy. I'm saying that at this level is where we may potentially see the market give us some buy opportunities. But as things stand, buying or selling, in my very humble opinion, is very much risky.